Success is the progressive realization of a worthy goal or ideal. Step by step, and the thing is done. You can't put a limit on anything. The more you dream, the farther you get. Do not chase after happiness. It is always in you. If you have good thoughts, they will shine out of your face like sunbeams, and you will always look lovely. Do every act of your life as though it were the very last act of your life. Take care of your body. Remember, health is another form of wealth. The man who does more than he is paid for will soon be paid for more than he does. Be alone until you are valued. Learn to heal without venting to everyone. What lies behind us and what lies before us are small matters compared to what lies within us. It is better to offer no excuse than a bad one. Sometimes the world is trying to tell you who you are, but if you don't stop to reflect and listen, you'll never be able to hear. Practice self-compassion. We are all human, and everyone makes mistakes. The future belongs to the competent. Get good, get better, be the best. No matter how hard the past, you can always begin again. What we do now echoes in eternity. Save a little money every week or month. Nothing gives you happiness like a financial buffer. You don't have to win every argument. Agree to disagree. Hardships often prepare ordinary people for an extraordinary destiny. Learn to say no without explaining yourself. Whatever the mind of man can conceive and believe, it can achieve. Keep crying about what is not working today, and I promise you that your tomorrow is not working. Be yourself. People don't have to like you, and you don't have to care. Believe in yourself. You are braver than you think, more talented than you know, and capable of more than you imagine. Even the nicest people have their limits. Time is money. The world is a tragedy to those who feel, but a comedy to those who think. Difficult roads always lead to beautiful destinations. This is your world. Shape it or someone else will. Do not wait for leaders. Do it alone, person to person. The more you spend clinging to the past, the less likely your future will be any brighter. A leader is a dealer in hope. Every journey has its final day. Don't rush. Seek wisdom, not knowledge. Knowledge is of the past. Wisdom is of the future. Often, the lies that are believed become the truth. Your life is the result of the choices you make. There is no plan, just the consequences of choices. Stop trying to change other people because it almost never works. Success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. Going back to your ex is like having a shower and putting dirty underwear back on. Do the hard jobs first. The easy jobs will take care of themselves. Success usually comes to those who are too busy to be looking for it. Pain is inevitable. Suffering is optional. You will never ruin a role if you play yourself. If you have a strong purpose in life, you don't have to be pushed. Your passion will drive you there. Sometimes you win. Sometimes you learn. Sometimes you have to go through the worst to get the best. Change your life today. Don't gamble on the future. Act now without delay. Life is not measured by the breaths we take, but by the moments that take our breath away. The power of imagination makes us infinite. Difficulty shows what men are. We know what we are, but know not what we may become. You'll never be sorry for telling someone you love them. Do it before it's too late. You never know how much they mean to you until they're gone. Life without love is like a tree without blossoms or fruit. Children learn by an adult's example, not by their words. Make and keep friends with the people you want to emulate, not the people you think will be most likely to accept you. You get what you give. Do what you feel in your heart to be right, for you'll be criticized anyway. Thinking is the hardest work there is, which is probably the reason why so few engage in it. Be careful who you marry, and even more careful who you have kids with. The people who ask the most from you are the people who do the least for you. To handle yourself, use your head. To handle others, use your heart. Never give up on something you really want. It's difficult to wait, but it's more difficult to regret. It's never too late to reinvent yourself. You can't go back and change the beginning, but you can start where you are and change the ending. Life isn't about finding yourself. Life is about creating yourself. You are never too old to set another goal or to dream a new dream. True love begins when nothing is looked for in return. The only place success comes before work is in the dictionary. Life is like a book. Some chapters are sad, some are happy, but all are necessary for the full story. All you have to do is pay attention. Lessons always arrive when you are ready. There are two paths you can go by, but in the long run, there's still time to change the road you're on. Your life won't go as planned, and trust me, it's a good thing. You have to help yourself. No one else can help you. You have to do it yourself. Once you realize this, you will feel more in control of your life. The only real mistake is the one from which we learn nothing. If we have the attitude that it's going to be a great day, it usually is. Being honest may not get you a lot of friends, but it'll always get you the right ones. Real difficulties can be overcome. It is only the imaginary ones that are unconquerable. No matter what people tell you, words and ideas can change the world. You came into this huge world alone and will go out of it alone. As soon as anyone starts telling you to be realistic, cross that person off your invitation list. The first step towards getting somewhere is to decide that you are not going to stay where you are. That which does not kill us makes us stronger. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Your enemies can kill you, but only your friends can hurt you. When someone shows you who they are, believe them the first time. Do what you love and success will follow. Passion is the fuel behind a successful career. To avoid disappointment, expect nothing from nobody. Hope for the best, prepare for the worst. A positive atmosphere nurtures a positive attitude, which is required to take positive action. Time always exposes what you truly mean to someone. Motivation comes from working on things we care about. Education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. Don't overshare. Privacy is power. The more wins with fear you can accumulate, the more fearless you will become. Maturity is when you stop complaining and making excuses and start making changes. You may have to fight a battle more than once to win it. Writing down is the best way to remember. Pause this video and comment below your favorite quotes. Never sacrifice your growth for anyone. Inspiration comes from within yourself. One has to be positive. When you're positive, good things happen. The only thing standing between you and your goal is the bogus story you keep telling yourself as to why you can't achieve it. The bad news is time flies. The good news is you're the pilot. As we look ahead into the next century, leaders will be those who empower others. Don't get emotionally attached to anyone. People change. Even your best friends can turn into strangers one day. You are responsible for your own happiness. If you expect others to make you happy, you will always be disappointed. Be the reason someone smiles. Be the reason someone feels loved and believes in the goodness in people. When patience pans out, you realize you've not waited for long. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Happiness is not the absence of problems. It's the ability to deal with them. You can tell more about a person by what he says about others than you can by what others say about him. Be selfish with your time. A lot of people don't deserve it. Wake up with determination. Go to bed with satisfaction. Nothing costs so much in life as illness and ignoring an illness. It is not a lack of time, it is a lack of priority. The road to success and the road to failure are almost exactly the same. All progress takes place outside the comfort zone. Who controls the past controls the future. Who controls the present controls the past. Forget what hurt you, but never forget what it taught you. Always trust what your gut tells you, even when everybody else tries to convince you otherwise. He who is not satisfied with a little is satisfied with nothing. What Paul says about Peter tells us more about Paul than about Peter. No matter how thin you slice it, there will always be two sides. Success is not the absence of failure, it's the persistence through failure. Out of difficulties grow miracles. Your true friends become apparent when you're at your lowest. God knows when to send you exactly what you need. Success is not about your resources. It's about how resourceful you are with what you have. Your future is your past which you understand. Laziness travels so slowly that poverty soon overtakes him. Our greatest weakness lies in giving up. The most certain way to succeed is always to try just one more time. Stay close to anything that makes you glad you are alive. Be correct with everyone, sociable with many, close to the elect, friend to the few. Accept what is, let go of what was, have faith in what will be. A fool is known by his speech, and a wise man by silence. Whoever violated trust once loses it forever. Success doesn't come from what you do occasionally, it comes from what you do consistently. If you can survive your own thoughts, you can survive anything. The best thing I ever did was stop telling people what's going on in my life. Perseverance is the hard work you do after you get tired of doing the hard work you already did. Children make so much noise you can't think, but when they leave the house forever, the silence is maddening. When in doubt, just take the next small step. Life isn't fair, but it's still good. It does not require many words to speak the truth. There are only three events in a man's life: birth, life, and death. He is not conscious of being born. He dies in pain, and he forgets to live. People give you advice based on their perspective. Believe you can and you're halfway there. Your entire life can change in an instant. So instead of passively taking what you have for granted, be grateful for it and do whatever good you can with it. It's not whether you get knocked down, it's whether you get up. The real test is not whether you avoid this failure, because you won't. It's whether you let it harden or shame you into inaction, or whether you learn from it, whether you choose to persevere. The chief danger in life is that you may take too many precautions. It's not the load that breaks you down, it's the way you carry it. You can cut all the flowers, but you cannot keep spring from coming. The only place where success comes before work is in the dictionary. The less possessions you own, the happier and less burdened you will be in your life. Don't make promises if you have no intention to fulfill them. It might not mean anything to you, but it could mean a whole world to someone else. People who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who do. When you are angry, stay silent. The future comes slowly, the present flies, and the past stands still forever. If you are not falling down occasionally, you are just coasting. If a man knows more than others, he becomes lonely. Slow down and realize that mistakes are essential to learning anything. You don't need to see the whole staircase, just take the first step. Every champion was once a contender that didn't give up. Never interrupt your enemy when he is making a mistake. Success is the result of perfection, hard work, learning from failure, loyalty, and persistence. People will walk in and out of your life, and those you least expect will become past remembrances of a temporary time you once thought was permanent. When you stop chasing the wrong things, you give the right things a chance to catch you. Time heals almost everything. Give it time. Trust is easy to build, but can be shattered in seconds. Not everyone you meet's intentions are true. If I cannot do great things, I can do small things in a great way. The greatest victory is victory over yourself. Keep your expectations only to yourself. Breathe deeply and appreciate the moment. Living in the moment could be the meaning of life. Try to be a rainbow in someone's cloud. You can't wait for inspiration, you have to go after it with a club. There is truth in wine and children. Everything that happens before death is what counts. When you work for someone else, you have the right only to labor, not to the fruits of your labor. Love your enemies, for they tell you your faults. The people you associate with will shape your future. There is no better way to save yourself than saving money every day. Compound interest can do wonders. Hatred is a curse that does not affect the hated. It only poisons the hater. Release a grudge as if it was poison. Beware the barrenness of a busy life. Don't stop when you're tired. Stop when you are done. It's not your fault things are the way they are. It's never too late to do the things you've always wanted to do. Life moves pretty fast. If you don't stop and look around, you could miss it. Believe nothing you hear and only one half that you see. Do not worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow will worry about itself. Each day has enough trouble of its own. Letting go isn't a one-time thing. It's something you have to do every day over and over again. Sometimes you have to let parts of yourself go or you'll never be happy. Never forget who helped you in a difficult time. Hard times will always reveal true friends. The best way to succeed in this world is to act on the advice you give to others. If nobody helps you, do it alone.